Hey guys, Skidoo Backcountry expert Dave Norona here today, and we're going to talk about cleaning your clutch faces as well as the belt to optimize longevity in that area. Now this is something that you're going to do when you first get your brand new machine, and I actually like to do it about every 5 or 6 rides. And just cleaning your belt, cleaning the clutch faces is just going to give you that optimal belt life. So you're going to actually need the clutch tool from Skidoo. You're going to need the clutch wrench in your Skidoo toolkit as well. And I like to use acetone. The reason why I use acetone is it leaves no residue on the clutch faces or the belt after it's done cleaning. There is a little bit of oil that's in the manufacturing process of the belt. So that acetone will actually clean that right up and make sure everything is really nice and clean. So let's get started. All right, the first thing we're going to do is take the belt off. So we're going to use the clutch tool, just insert it into the secondary, and that's actually going to split it. You can see the belt actually moving down now. It's moving freely, and we'll get these separated enough so that we can then just remove the belt. And it's that easy. So now what we're going to do is actually clean the clutch faces of the primary and the secondary, and we're just going to use some simple rags to do that with the acetone. We're going to get a little bit of acetone on there, and then we're going to run that right along the clutch faces. We're going to start with the primary here. Really easy to do. And as you can see, the dirt that we've pulled off of there. The next thing we're going to do is actually clean the belt the same way. So we're going to take some acetone on a rag and we're going to clean that off. You can actually see the dirt that I've pulled off this belt. Alright, now that we've cleaned the clutch faces as well as the belt, we're going to install the belt back into the machine. There is a rotational arrow, so make sure that's pointing forward, and we'll just install this belt. Like so. Now we're going to back off the tool. And while you're doing this, you can rotate your belt. Alright, you can now see that we've got the belt on, and because I've broken this belt in and has about 100K on it, actually this belt is sitting now way too low in the secondary, and this is going to actually cause the belt to not last as long. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to get it to the proper adjustment. The proper adjustment is basically from the upper grommet to the lower grommet. It's so that this lower grommet sits even with the secondary. You can see now that it's way below and there's a ton of deflection in there. So how we're going to adjust that is we're going to loosen this bolt right here. And you can imagine that if we loosen this off, we're going to actually, if we loosen this off, it's actually going to basically bring the belt up. If we tighten it up, it's going to open the sheaves and the belt is going to go down. So we want the belt to actually come up. So we're just going to back it off I like to do 1/4 of a turn. So use your tool to back it off. Tighten it up. And then we're going to rotate this. And we're going to check it again. And you can see it's still a tad low, so we're going to just do the same thing. Tighten it back up. Rotate it again. And now you can actually see that it comes right across and is flush. And we have good deflection. So now you can see how easy it is to not only clean the faces of the clutch, but to take your belt on and off and also to adjust it. So this is something that you should be doing upon initial break-in, but also checking periodically and making sure that that belt is still staying in the same place and has the right amount of deflection. If it sits too high or too low, that's where you're gonna actually wear the belt out prematurely. So it really goes a long way if you keep this area clean, as well as check your belt tension and tighten everything up, and then go ride. We'll see you out there.